Hi everyone, this is Miss Gonzalez. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Here I have Max and Mitzi. Something that you're probably already noticing is that you cannot see me, you can hear me. And the reason for this is because today and going on to the rest of the weeks, I am going to be reading to you a chapter book. So for those of you who are already reading chapter books, this is great. This means that you're well on your way to becoming better readers. And for those of you who haven't read a chapter book before, you are going to be able to follow with me and be able to say at the end that you were able to read a chapter book. And so today we are going to be reading a book that was recommended to me by Miss Poe, but also because a lot of the second and third grade teachers love reading these types of books to their students. And also I've seen fourth and fifth graders also read the series. And this is Magic Tree House by Mary Pope Osborne. And this is the number 19th book called Tigers at Twilight. And here is a page that the author put in. It says, "Dear reader, did you know there's a Magic Tree House book for every kid? From those just starting to read chapter books to more experienced readers, Magic Tree House has something for everyone, including science, sports, geography, wildlife, history, and always a bit of mystery and magic." And there you can see a few books that are part of this series. Here's what kids and grown-ups have to say about the Magic Tree House books. And there you can see some opinions from different people who have read her books. These are all the books that are in this series. And actually, if you go to the very end, it says that there are more of Magic Tree House titles, which you can go to the website to see that. And here is the title page, Magic Tree House, number 19, Tigers at Twilight, by Mary Pope Osborne, illustrated by Sal Murdocha. And this is the dedication page, for Joy Labrac, with gratitude for all her help. So you'll see that some chapter books and even some of other books that are not chapter books, there's usually a dedication page because they want to dedicate the book to someone for all their help. Here we have the table of contents, and here on the side you will see the different chapters that each book has. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immoral hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distance deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? From The Tiger by William Blake, 1794. Wow, this is a poem that was written a long time ago. Now, before we get into reading this book, I will encourage all of you to either follow along with your finger, follow along with your eyes, or simply listen to me read. But no matter what, I want you to immerse yourself into this book and really get to start to imagine what's going on in this book, because you'll notice that there aren't a lot of picture pages. There's a lot more text, which is great because it allows us to imagine what the story is sharing. Now, the prologue here is before you start a chapter, sometimes the author wants to give you some background information to help you before we start reading. So here it goes. One summer day in Fog Creek, Pennsylvania, a mysterious treehouse appeared in the woods. 8-year-old Jack and his 7-year-old sister Annie climbed into the treehouse. They found that it was filled with books. Jack and Annie soon discovered that the treehouse was magic. It could take them to the places in the books. All they had to do was point to a picture and wish to go there. Along the way, Jack and Annie discovered that the treehouse belonged to Morgan Le Fay. Morgan is a magical librarian from the time of King Arthur. She travels through time and space gathering books. In Magic Tree House books 5 through 8, Jack and Annie help free Morgan from a spell. In books 9 through 12, they solved 4 ancient riddles and became master librarians. In Magic Treehouse books 13 through 16, Jack and Annie had to save 4 ancient stories from being lost forever. In Magic Treehouse books 17 through 20, Jack and Annie must be given 4 special gifts to help free an enchanted dog from a spell. They have already received a gift on a trip to the Titanic and a gift from the Lakota Indians. Now they are about to set out in search of the 3rd gift. So the prologue is giving us some information about what this book, number 17, will be about. So here we go. Chapter 1. How Far Away? Jack and Annie walked past the Frog Creek Woods on their way home from the library. I miss Teddy, said Annie. Me too, said Jack. He's a really smart dog, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack, and brave. And wise, said Annie. And funny, said Jack. And here, said Annie. What? Said Jack. Here! Annie pointed at the Frog Creek Woods. A small dog with tan-colored fur was peeking out from the bushes. Arf, arf, he barked. Oh, wow! Teddy, said Jack. The little dog ran off into the woods. Let's go, said Annie. She and Jack raced after Teddy. The Frog Creek Woods glowed with late afternoon sunlight. The dog ran between the trees and finally stopped at a rope ladder. It hung from the tallest oak tree and led up to the magic tree house. Teddy waited for Jack and Annie to catch up. He panted and wagged his tail. Hi, you, cried Annie. She picked up the little dog and hugged him. We missed you. Yeah, silly, said Jack. He kissed Teddy. Teddy licked his face. Is it time to get our 3rd gift? Asked Annie. Teddy sneezed, as if to say, of course. So here we're given a picture so that we can imagine that Jack and Annie are chasing after the dog Teddy. Annie grabbed the rope ladder and started up. Jack put Teddy inside his backpack and followed. They climbed into the treehouse. There was the note from Morgan Le Fay. It was on the floor, just where it had been 2 days ago. Jack let Teddy out of his pack. Annie picked up the note and read, This little dog is under a spell and needs your help. To free him, you must be given 4 special things. A gift from a ship lost at sea, a gift from the prairie blue, a gift from a forest far away, a gift from a kangaroo. Be wise, be brave, be careful. Morgan. Jack touched the first 2 gifts, which they had already gotten, a pocket watch from the Titanic and an eagle's feather from the Lakota Indians of the Great Plains. Now we have to get the gift from a forest far away, said Annie. I wonder how far away, said Jack. I know how to find out, said Annie. Where's our book? She and Jack looked around the treehouse for one of the research books that Morgan always left them. Arf, arf, Teddy pawed a book in the corner. Jack picked it up and read the title, Wildlife of India. Oh man, India? He said. That's very far away. Let's get going, said Annie, so we can free Teddy. Jack pointed at the cover of the book. I wish he could go there, he said. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still, absolutely still, but only for a moment. Wow, so that was the end of chapter 1. In the next video, you will hear that we're going to start chapter 2. So I hope that you can join us. So as we're ending chapter 1, I want us to think about, how do you think that they are going to be able to get that 3rd gift that they're looking for? All right, thank you, boys and girls, and we'll see you, and hopefully you'll hear me tomorrow.